Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about my hard hat setup because some of you might have some questions about these hard hats.
Here we have a KASK, I think it's called, and that's what I'm going to be calling it for the rest of this video. We have a KASK hard hat. We have the name brand KASK eye guard, and then on the side I have the Milwaukee ear protection. This is the highest rating of hearing protection, so I think it's a 26 dBs it protects, so it's pretty thick over here. And we also have the Milwaukee hard hat lamp. So the main focus of this part of the video, we are going to be talking about the hearing protection. Later on, I'm going to be changing this light mount to the Milwaukee one that is made for their hard hat, where it's low profile, and I will be able to bring this down. As you can see, I can't bring the eye guard down. I literally have to release one side to bring this down. So later on, it's in the mail. We're going to be receiving the low profile one, and I'm going to be riveting it on. But what I wanted to talk about is the hearing protection. First of all, this hearing protection works perfect. There's no problem. It does fit on this hard hat, but there is a little bit of modification that you have to do on this tab here, and I will show you when I take that off. But unfortunately, after not using it for a week, I realized that my old setup, which is this here, this is like a regular standard hard hat with the 3M ear protection. I prefer this hearing protection just because this hearing protection, you have to fold it on the back, and then it's really heavy on the back of your head and you get neck pains. And you can hold it on the side, but I don't use it enough to have it on the side. I only use it when I'm using like a circular saw or someone's grinding or something along those lines near me, which is not often. So I'm gonna go with something more slim, which is these, which is pretty much the same thing as that, just a different color and newer. And these are 21 decibels that it stops, which is more than enough. Worst case scenario, I'll just use my Milwaukee hearing protection headbuds or earphones or whatever it is underneath them to stop even more noise from coming in. So I am going to be taking this off, installing this one, seeing if it works, because I don't even know if it's going to work, to be honest. But seeing if it works, and if it does work, we're going to be riveting it in, drilling some holes in this hat and riveting that in permanently the same way we did over here. So let's get to doing that. All right, let me put the hard hat on now. That's it, clicked in. Dang, I already like this much better. That's unclicked, and I could swing it back, and it works fine. I like it much better. These, as you guys saw in the beginning, it sticks out a whole bunch, and having it like that all the time, it's a bit, you know, cumbersome. Everybody at work makes fun of me. They say that I'm jumping out of a plane because it literally looks like this. I literally walk around the job site like this, and they're like, you're on your way to jump out of the plane. And not that I'm tired of being made fun of, but I don't want to be made fun of anymore. So these Milwaukee bolts ear protection do fit. You just need to cut. You see this tab right here, this tab right there? You need to cut it off one of the sides to make it fit, you know, inside that little pocket. It doesn't fit perfect. It does fall off, and that's another reason why I wanted to get rid of these. But I was going to find a way to get this piece off, this piece that swings around, because as you can see, this swings around. I was gonna find a way to take that off and then make a hole right here in the middle to drill it and put a rivet, and then I won't have to worry about that anymore. And since I like to modify and leave nothing alone, it was gonna be a good project. But I really do like these. It's just, it doesn't work with the way that I work. Maybe if I got the slimmer ones, it'll work perfect. But since I already have those ear protection and they're good, I decided to go with those instead of getting the lower profile ones from Milwaukee, knowing that I'll have to do a lot of modification here. So these do fit. If you want to fit it on your KASK hard hats, they fit. You just have to do that modification and maybe find a way to bolt it down. Also, the light helped it hold in place because these parts right here was putting pressure on it to keep this down. So yeah, as for this, I am going to be I think I'm going to drill out the hole on this one here instead of the top one. Or should I do the top one? No, I'm gonna do the bottom one just because it won't be where the cushion is. So I'll drill a hole on the bottom one here and shove some rivets through there. I hope the rivets that I have are more than enough. But let's see. Let's start drilling those holes. All right, it's in and it's working perfectly. As you guys saw here, when it popped off, a little bit of the, I don't know what that called, the stick stood out, so I had to grind that off with the die grinder. It's holding its place. Unfortunately, I had to use the really long ones, so that's why it's sticking out that much. But I think it's good enough. And it's just about right. Just how that one was mounted, this one was mounted, and it looks really good. So it's a couple of days later and I did take the hard hat to work, and I must admit, these work great, but they are heavy on my head, and for the amount of time that I used them, it's not worth the weight, you know, having it installed there and hanging out on the side like I showed you earlier. So these earring protection was perfect. I did change the cushion from inside of here. I changed it from inside of the Milwaukee one and put them in here because they were thicker. I'm gonna see if I could get a part number for that part and see if I could put the link in the description down below, because it's worth the upgrade. It makes a bit of difference. So anyone that's looking for, you know, the quality of protection of hearing of something so thick like this in something low profile like this one, that will be a good upgrade worth doing. It shouldn't be too much, maybe $5 or maybe less than that to buy that foam that goes inside the hearing. As for the light, unfortunately it is back ordered. I called Ohio Power Tool and they said that it's being shipped. I thought it was already shipped, but I must have I don't know, read it wrong. But it's gonna be shipped soon, so I guess I'm just gonna have to save the light for another video. So in part 2, we will be changing out this light for the low profile light, so I'm able to bring this down. As you can see, it can't come down. So
yeah, stay tuned for that if you're interested in seeing that. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you learned something new, you can show me by giving me a like. Any comments or questions, leave it in the comments down below. I always take some time out to answer every single question. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like this one and want to see the modification of installing the low profile light, consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks.